Okay, to make your origami frog, you're going to start with a rectangular piece of paper, and you'll start with the white side facing up. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold the rectangular piece of paper on its line of symmetry, which will divide the paper into two congruent squares. Okay, then you're going to take each congruent square and you're going to fold it on its line of symmetry as well. Okay, so you can see there we have one vertical line of symmetry, and notice the two triangles that have been made. Okay, we have two congruent triangles. And then you're going to fold that square on its other diagonal line of symmetry. Okay, so now when you look, you see four congruent triangles. You might want to think about what kind of triangles those are based on their line segments. Now you're going to do the same thing with the other square. So you fold it first one way on its diagonal line of symmetry, open it back up, and then you're going to fold it the other way. Okay. Now, what you're going to do here, this is a little tricky, you're going to take your two triangles here on this side, and you're going to pinch them in so they join in the middle, and push this piece down and flatten it out. That's a little tricky. You're going to do the same thing here. So again, notice you're going to pinch these in and then flatten down. Okay, now turn your shape over. Now notice, of course, that we have a square at this point. Okay, now when you lift up, you'll see these two pieces. Make sure you see these two pieces oriented in this direction. Okay, you're going to fold this edge back to the center. Okay, notice how we're doing that. And notice how we've made a triangle, a scalene triangle, all three lines different. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to have two congruent scalene triangles. And again, we're folding on our line of symmetry. Okay. Now you have, if you flip it over, you have two triangles back here too, which make the square. Then you're going to fold one piece up like that to make one of the front feet of the frog. Notice what I'm doing. I'm just taking this and folding it under. They don't have to be exact. Okay. Now back here, notice we have like a little triangle coming off this way as well. Okay, this triangular piece. We're going to fold that up. Okay, so now you can see the whole body is another triangle. So we started out with some quadrilaterals, our rectangles and our squares, and we're ending up with our frog made of triangles. Now, this is a little tricky as well. What I'm doing is I'm taking one of these halves, one of these flaps, and I'm tucking it into this opening right here. So I have to kind of work that a little bit with my finger. I'm going to tuck that in there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. So I'm taking this little flap, and I'm going to tuck it into this opening right here as well. Okay. And then I'll press all that down. Now on the back, I'm going to flip again a little triangle out to make one of the back feet, back legs, and another one. So now we have our completed frog, which we can see is made up of many different types of triangles. Now in order to make our frog actually work, actually hop, what I'm going to do is right below where this triangle meets here, I'm going to fold my frog like this. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself like an accordion fold, like that. Okay, so see what I did? First, I folded it under, like his back feet meeting up to the front feet. And then I folded it back on itself like an accordion. And then when I straighten it out, I lay my frog down. And that little triangle now, again, we see another little triangle. That little triangle there is where you're going to press on the frog. You're going to press down and back to make your frog hop. So again, if you press down and back, then the frog will hop for you. And that should do it. Now, of course, feel free to go back and watch the video again. And again, think about all the geometry that you see in the video so that you can answer the questions in the prompt.